in Leicestershire, and both have travelled to southeast Poland near the border with Ukraine. Very good morning to
guys,
you
really good seeing you there, united as a team. Why are you doing this? What moved you?
Morning, guys. Thanks for having us both on. The opportunity came up for myself and another ex-army friend to join Craig and a fourth person to do a run with a couple of vans of aid for Ukraine over this weekend. I think it's really important. We've got the time, we've got the ability. We've been very kindly sponsored and financed by both the Royal British Legion and a local charity in Colville that Craig's associated with. I'm sure Craig would like to talk more about that.
Sure. Good morning. The whole of our town, basically Colville in northwest Leicestershire, had been collecting various aid over a period of about a week, but it was all individual. There was nothing sort of coordinating it. So I stepped in using my county councillor platform and was able to work with a company, called the Marlene Reed Centre. And together we've organised this entire aid package. We've got 2 vans now with approximately 1,800 kilos of aid. And we just wanted to get it over here and get it as soon as we could to the people that needed it most.
Craig, are you prepared for what you're going to see? I understand your motivation, understand why you two guys want to get together. And Robert, being a former soldier, I mean, he'll have seen a few sites that, none of us would want to see. But Craig, what about you? You're from Civvy Street.
No, I'm not. I'm ex-Royal Air Force. So, I was involved in the Iraq conflict as well. Many years ago. I've been out now for a number of years, but it's just something that we wanted to do. I think that's a soldier's mentality. We see something that's happening, and we feel almost compelled to act in any way that we can to help.
Have you been tempted to help in other ways? We've heard of lots of people who are ex-military or indeed serving military who have wanted to bear arms.
Yeah, I've been in regular contact with many veterans who have left the British Armed Forces who have wanted to go over and volunteer with the Ukrainian forces. I know several who have done. It's an incredibly risky move. I've suggested and advocated that people with no military experience shouldn't do so. It's an incredibly chaotic war zone in Ukraine. It's nothing really like what we saw in Iraq and Afghanistan and before that in, for example, Northern Ireland. So really, and I have to reiterate, anyone who hasn't served in the military, I cannot advise against it more strongly. And those that have, they know a little bit about the risks that they're taking. But like Craig mentioned a moment ago, it's kind of incumbent upon a lot of British veterans to want to help how they can. And this is one way we can help. There's other charities and there's other aid organisations who still receiving donations and need drivers, for example. So if people are wanting to help, I'd suggest this is definitely probably a safer and a more sort of practical way of doing so as well.
Craig, you're a politician as a councillor, ex-forces, RAF. What way do you feel about the no-fly zone?
It's a tricky one. We would all like to impose a no-fly zone if we could, but the thing is, if NATO do that, then we know what's coming. And at this time, it's not the right move. So, it's hearts and minds, really, isn't it? We've got to help the Ukrainian people in any way that we possibly can. But getting involved with military at this stage is probably not the right thing to do.